Now we're going to start a new campaign in MailChimp. We use the word campaign just to mean sending out an email. So here in the top right, we click Create Campaign, and we want to create an email. MailChimp can also allow you to do Facebook ads, but we just use it for creating emails. And then we give it a campaign name. So we could call this Meditation Class Reminder. The campaign name is really only seen by us. The people receiving the email don't see the campaign name. Then you have to pick a list. So you should already have a list created. Here, our main list is called Buddha Meditation Center Winnipeg. We have 1,098 subscribers, and that's who we'll send this to. Now, if you want to send it to everybody, you say entire list. If you just want to send it to part of your list, you can click Saved or Pre-Built Segment if you have one saved. If not, you can do a new one. So we have a saved segment called Sinhala Language People. So these are only people who understand Sinhala language. So if we just wanted to send it to them, we would click this. But we're going to send this to the entire list. So way down at the bottom on the right is our next button. Now, we fill in the information about the campaign. So we already typed the campaign name. Now we need a subject. And the subject can be something like, don't forget to something that'll be interesting to people. If you like, you can include a little emoji. The praying, the Anjali hands is nice. Sometimes I like to put in flowers because it makes it stand out in the subject line. Don't use too many, and be sure you know what it is that you're using. So the preview text is the first little bit of text that shows in the inbox after the subject line. So I usually leave this blank. The from name will probably already be filled in, but that should be the name that people expect to see. And the from email address is the address that you send from, that the email will be sent from. The only setting that we need to worry about checking is personalize the to field. This will add their name in front of their email address. The rest of the things we just leave the same. So then we click Next. So here we get to select the basic layout for the email. So there are some special themes that they've designed that have images and text box already set up. You can use a previous campaign that you've sent. So we'll do this many times because it's easier to build off of a previous email. But I usually just use the basic themes down here. And I'll use something like the one column full width because it's simple. So we select that. Now you can see that there's two parts to the screen now. There's the preview over here, what it's going to look like, and there are these little widgets that you can use to build your email. And each one of these sections is its own little widget. I usually remove this first one. Here's an image widget. Here's a text widget. These are the two main kinds of widgets. Sometimes you may use a combination of image and text, or box text. Those are also nice. So images. When we want to add an image, we can just take one from the tool area and drop it over here. Then we can browse. So there's a library that opens up of previous images that you've used in messages. This is a window that's actually opened up over top of your work area, which you can close up in the corner here. So let's say we want to reuse an image that we've used before. So we just find the image and we click on it, and then we click Insert. And there it is. We can move this around by grabbing it here and dragging it up. We can also add a link, so when someone clicks on this, it takes them to a web page. So we click on Link, and then we can insert a website address there. So we can also upload a new image. So say we want to add an image here that's not in our library, we can just drag and drop it in. Now, in emails, the images have to be relatively small. So here, two images. This one's about 800 pixels wide, 640 pixels wide. And you can see that there's a drastic difference between the smaller version and the larger version. But the small is all that we need. So all you have to do is drag that from Windows, and yeah, it uploads it for you. And you can see the dimensions right here. So it's really important that if you have an email that you're sending out and you have a poster, so for example, say, let's do this one together, an image card. So this is a combination of image and text. Say you're putting in a poster like this. Now, when someone sees this on their cell phone, it may be very difficult to read. So it's important in the text area that you include text of the time and date for the activity. Now, here's another important thing that we need to pay attention to. When we added that image, it told us this image is so big it may obliterate or destroy inboxes. Images should be around 600 to 800 pixels wide. Let's fix it. So we click on Let's Fix It. And remember, it said that they should be 600 to 800 wide. So here it's suggesting 800 wide, so we apply that and click Save. And there we go, 819 wide. So still clear enough to read. So down here in the text area, it's good to include things like the title of the event and the date, the time, and even some description. Right? That way, if someone's reading it on their phone, they can very easily see. Now, we can also control the formatting of the text. So that's done in the Style section. You have Content, Style, and Settings. So in the Style section, we see that the text is aligned center, but usually you want it aligned right. The background is this gray color. It's very ugly. So you can change it to match the image. Yeah, so something like that, so the background of the text matches the image. And then in the settings you can say where you want the caption, if you want it on the bottom or the left. That doesn't really make any sense, so we keep it on the bottom. And as with most things, you can make text bold, you can create links to things. You can make lists, numbered lists, all those things that you'll commonly have in an editor. And then when you're done, you can click Save and Close. And we'll delete this bottom section. Okay, so there's our email. It's not very fancy, but it. Go ahead and delete this. And then you're ready for the last step, which is to confirm that it's going to the right people. It has the right subject line. And those are the most important things. So then when you're ready, you can click Send. And the next step will be to click Send Now. I'm not going to click that because we don't want to actually send it. But that's the last step. So today we've gone through the process of setting up an email, including designing it, and taking it all the way to sending it. If you do ever want to delete something, that's really easy. We can save and go to Campaigns, the list of campaigns. So here's the campaign that we just started. You see it says Draft because we haven't sent it yet. And so if we wanted to delete that, we just select it there and then hit Delete. And they want to be really sure that you want to delete it, so they make you type the word delete. And there you go. It's deleted. After you send your email, you can take a look at the reports. So this tells you information about what happened once it was sent. So this email that just got sent out about an hour or so ago, you can see that it went to 32 subscribers and 10 people opened. So far nobody clicked, but that usually changes pretty quickly. So here's same message from same email from last week. 18 opens, 3 people clicked. All right, so there you have it. Remember, we started the whole thing out from the MailChimp homepage by clicking on creating a campaign. We named the campaign. We chose what list we were going to send it to. We gave it a subject. We designed the email, and then we sent it out. So good luck. MailChimp is a great way to get out information to all your supporters.